Some speculate that this is a 100 trillion parameter model, but then, Sam Altman says it may be comparison to the current number of parameters we have in 3.5 or 3.
What do you think are the kind of moonshots that, in terms of evolution of the next couple years, that people should be looking out for?
In terms of like evolution of where AI will go?
Yeah.
I think we will get true multimodal models working. And so, not just text and images, but every modality you'd like in one model, able to easily fluidly move between things.
But what I'm also speculating is that they may blow us away. Maybe, I'm over speculating here, that they actually could generate video. Like, create a video from the responses that you said. Two people handle a conflict resolution, right? A video will be generated and seeing two people handle that. Here's some evidence as to why I think it might happen. The last time that OpenAI reduced their pricing was right before they released a new product. So for example, you go to a dealership and they might try to sell their old cars for a cheap price right before they release their brand new cars in the market. This is the same process. Basically, what they did previously was before they released ChatGPT, basically what OpenAI did was in their GPT-3 model, there's an API for developers. So if you're a developer, you create apps using this code base. Well, what they did was, before it was 6 cents per 1,000 tokens. It got kind of expensive. They reduced the price by 1/3. They made it 2 cents per 1,000 tokens. That was a game changer. That allowed a lot more developers to create more because they realized it was 1/3 the price, meaning a lot more work can be done, a lot more processing can be done. But we all questioned, why did they do this? Why did they release a cheaper version, a cheaper price? Well, a few weeks later, they opened up ChatGPT that broke the internet. We all know what happened from there. So recently, they said, hey, developers, we're releasing our brand new ChatGPT API. And we're like, oh, that's wonderful. So developers got on board and they want to get this, get the API token and use it. Well, when I started using it, I realized the price was 1/10 of the GPT-3 model. It confused me. I started scratching my head. I'm like, wait, why is it 1/10 the price? It's 0.002 cents per 1,000 tokens. I said, this doesn't seem right. Why is it so much cheaper? Then I thought, wait, hold on. And I seen speculation that the ChatGPT 4 might be on its way. Like literally might be coming out this week. And if that's the case, it makes sense because they did that last time. They want people to integrate it into their code base. Cheapen it up a little bit, like an old car. That's the last year's model. We're now moving on to the new model. And that's GPT-4. So what is GPT-4? GPT-4 is basically a multimodal system. So let me give an example of what that means. It means instead of just giving text and responding with text, which is one-to-one, multimodal means different types of formats. So, for example, there is a video input to a video output, but that's still one single modal. What they're talking about is, here's a video input, here's a text input, generate something with these two things, and it could output maybe a final output of a video or a final output of a text, whatever format that you want. Let me give you an example. If I say I have a guy who's a chef talking about making food, and that's his blog. That's what he does. There's a video of this on YouTube, for example. And I have a text here saying, I want this guy to talk about hot rod cars. Completely different topic, right? I can put that together and build a brand new video with him talking about hot rod cars. No longer about food. That's going to be crazy. What happens is it changes the pre-processing, the editing, the post, the VFX, everything that goes into building a good video that typically take hundreds, thousands of hours that people have to do can be done in a short period of time. And it's not just that. It can answer questions. So for example, hey, I have this problem and I want it in the tone of, maybe Kevin Hart. And literally, it will take Kevin Hart from his different conversations and address that problem to you. Now, this might be the ultimate deepfakes of deepfakes. That could be that issue. And I'm sure they're going to put controls on this to make sure that doesn't happen. But what happens here is you get to solve some very complex problems. You get to see some true video editing. There could be changes in here that could disrupt YouTube, or it could just disrupt Hollywood altogether. This can disrupt many companies because their output is either in a text, video, image, or some kind of output. Typically, that's what most of these things are done, right? Imagine any of those formats, very high level formats. If you're looking at legal documentation, same thing. Whatever format you want. I'll give you an example. Say, for example, hey, I need an article written about this problem, and I wish I would know what it looks like. Imagine it being able to generate the article for you. It looks like an article, written in a style of an article, has the images embedded into the article with the title and everything. It looks like an article written to you. If you have comments about this, let me know what you think. Leave down below.